Well, glad you're all here seeing absolutely nothing that just transpired. Good afternoon, Site-42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP community, and welcome to another Dr. Sherman's Office Hours, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. I, of course, am Dr. Theron Sherman. I am here as the Site Director of Site-42, opening my office doors to you, the Site-42 staff, to ask questions about the SCP universe, the anomalies we contain, the cast of characters that help us contain said anomalies, the groups of interest that we get in fights with, all of the above. And so whatever questions you have, I will do my best to educate you, whether I know the answers or am looking up the answers on the SCP database. Shouting out, Indecisive, Smallish Games, Death Player, Junior Researcher Alex, good to see you all. Junior Researcher Sally as well. Silent Follower, good to see you all in the chat as well, and thank you for being members. Meanwhile, Rockster, Will Solace, Lolbit, and Leah, thank you guys for being in the chat, just for being you. We are in store for a proper 3-hour office hour stream today. And of course, we just got started, so 3 hours from now. In the meantime, hi, how you doing? You doing well? You having a good day? I'm having a good day. I've got some good work done around the site. Organizing certain in-person events that may or may not be taking place in the last weekend of July at a certain anime and video game convention in Tampa. You catch my drift. More details to come on that. No guarantees yet. We're still locking it in. As well, talking about little behind-the-scenes projects here and there. You know, the SCP community is always cooking with different creators trying to do things here or there, and maybe we need to team up to make bigger things. That's why you, me, and Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed Signal Boosters, are here to springboard the SCP Foundation community to greater heights. Amazon and Netflix will never make an SCP film because they can't own it. That's because of the Creative Commons license. So we'll just have to do it ourselves. One SCP project at a time. Bigger and better each time. That's the mission. Epic Fire Dragon, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a cupcake on your way past the commissary. Hey Doc, sorry I missed the last few streams. Hey, I know you were dealing with some stuff, and it's good to have you back, of course. Always take time to what you've got going on. It is always important to take care of yourself. First and foremost, let your community take care of you. We're all doing our best out here after all. Death Player 1, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a muffin on your way past the commissary. Your shelf is comfortable. Well, yes, I specifically got very comfortable shelves because when SCP-999 wants to sit up there, it's important that 999 is comfortable. Dr. Sherman, bring the staff to the canteen. Abel has promised me a fight, and I want a crowd. Well, Indecisive, I appreciate what you're going for there, but it is not proper protocol to have fights with the anomalies in the canteen. That's not the place for it. The place for it definitely isn't the non-existent SCP Fight Club in the gymnasium on the second level of the 7th wing, but that's definitely not the right place either. Editing the Facts, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a hot pickle on your way past the commissary. I didn't mean to randomly spam plea. Anyways, you are live. Well, yes, Intern Wolfie, I am in fact live. Welcome. We've been doing daily office hours streams / coffee break streams for the past 2 months and 10 days. And I've got to say, they're going swimmingly. I think we've done a pretty good job on team-ups here. Me being the site director, answering your questions with wisdom and aplomb. You all being the Site-42 staff, asking me these questions with inquisitive and curious minds, and not at all breaking protocols of the Foundation, because you are all very respectful of the Foundation's rules and prerogatives. right? That's what I thought. You just broke both rules of Fight Club. Well, intern descendant, obviously, since there is no Fight Club, there is no first rule of Fight Club that we don't talk about the Fight Club, because there's no rule about the Fight Club if there is no Fight Club, which there definitely isn't. Hollow is small. Welcome to Mobile Task Force Captainship here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Can I break into any of the sites? Intern UA Fox, I would not suggest it. I know some researchers who tried to do that whole, oh, we're just trying to break into the site to test its security, to see if it's okay. They got shot. You shouldn't do that without approval. UIU needs some help here. We're stuck in a battle between giant skeletons and horsemen. Help. Intern Smith, the UIU wants our help. They can ask us. And probably donate some of the anomalies they're containing for the effort. UI useless. Oh, the drawing of Magical Clown Dr. Sherman is done, and it's on Blue Sky Dr. Sherman. Magical Clown Sherman. This is frightening to me. But I work at the Foundation. I'm used to terrifying things. Why is it not signing in? That's inconvenient to my goals here. Please work. Great. I can't sign into Blue Sky at the moment. Maybe Des can grab that for me. I would get the password, but the password's on my phone, which I'm currently using as a camera. So if I were to attempt to get the password, it would interrupt the stream, sadly. This is the technical limitations of working in the broadcasting wing of the Foundation. Turns out they don't put much priority on the broadcasting wing. But don't worry, I'm trying to fix that. Meanwhile, Silly Boy, if you tag at the desk of Alto Clef on Blue Sky, they will find it and come around the back end, and I can see it there. SCP-8869, codename Maria, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself an apple crumble on your way past the commissary. First rule of the Fight Club, don't mention the Fight Club. Second rule, fight everything. Well, as I said, there would need to be a Fight Club for there to be rules, and since there is no SCP Fight Club at our facility, I can't imagine that one would need rules for something that does not exist. I mean, what are we? The Anti-Memetics Division? Come on, come on. That's crazy. It doesn't exist, so we don't have to worry about it. Seriously, Ixnay on the Fate of Clay. Now, Desk has done me that favor and found that. So this is a magical girl but clown version of Dr. Sherman. And it is a colorful sketch. If I were to be a magical clown, I do believe this is the kind of clown I would look like. There's even the perfect look of slight worry in my face of, oh no. So yes, that is an excellent little sketch there. Nightmares for sure, Silent Follower. Nightmares for sure. And then while I'm at the art den anyways, let me take a quick highlight to Jazzy Boy, who may or may not be in the chat right now. But they created, sadly, Dr. Sherman soaking in a barrel of clown milk. Now, I do have to take some points off of this for specificity, because you know I love specificity. Clown milk is a black, viscous fluid. And so this is clearly not clown milk. I don't know what you labeled it, but Clown Jesus over here, Clown Milk Jesus, is certainly horrifying me. So it gets extra points for that. What is clown milk? Well, intern insert. Before I answer that, Death Player, thank you for gifting 5 Site42 memberships. Your service in the war against the white names is well noted. And if you got a membership from Death Player 1, make sure to thank them. That is the polite thing to do. Now, to answer your question, intern insert, clown milk is a viscous black substance with the effects of infinity strength heroin on the human biology. If you ingest clown milk, you will feel an intense, through the roof euphoria right up until you have a heart attack and die. Now, clown milk, as it is but named so, is the milk of clowns. But not the clowns you're thinking. It's not human clowns. We're not milking clowns in that sense. No. Herman Fuller's Circus of the Disquieting is a group of interest, an anomalous circus in the SCP universe, and they travel from town to town, putting on circuses with anomalies performing, and of those anomalies are the clowns, which are not humans in clown makeup. They are outer beings, Cthulhu-like entities, who inhabit clown skin suits in our universe. And because of the biology of those things, if you don't milk the clowns explode. So the clowns must be milked, unfortunately for everyone. You could read more about that in SCP-2912, I believe it is. SCP-2912, yes, is 3 clowns that we had in containment until we forgot to milk them. And as I said, they then exploded. Now, one more piece of art before I get back to the main stream. Junior researcher Sally blessed us with a dancing Sherm GIF. And I actually very much like this dancing Sherm GIF. Dancing Dr. Sherman is breaking it down, quirky style. I don't have much more to say about that. I just think it's neat. You guys are going to reach the serial art and GIF making point that we're going to have GIFs on whatever that app is, Image Flip or whatever, that puts GIFs on Twitter. And people are going to start sharing Dr. Sherman GIFs. And they're not going to know what's going on. And it's going to horrify everyone, which is pretty funny. Now, I've got some donos to catch up on. Let me make sure I'm not neglecting the chat. Greg, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Chesta Factory, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a taco on your way past the commissary. I'm currently helping replace the flooring for Commissary A at Site 88. For some reason, there's 2 layers of flooring, so it is 3/4 inch thick. I wonder what need they have for such thick flooring at Commissary A at Site 88. Certainly, no sort of untoward behaviors are taking place, banned behaviors, no sort of SCP Flight Club that doesn't exist. They wouldn't do that in their commissary next to the food? No, that's very untoward, very against protocol. Silent Follower, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself some milk duds on your way past the commissary. Not clown milk duds. Not clown milk duds. That's not what I meant. It's bad for you. You'll die. You'll be pleased to know I'm still writing poetry. By the way, how are you? You know, I am pleased to know that you're still writing poetry. Anyone making art in this day and age is a positive to the world, so I appreciate that for you. And I am doing quite well today. I've had a very productive day, and I'm doing my best to set up future plans for the Site 42 and greater SCP community. King Azef, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a pixie stick on your way past the commissary. Where can we purchase this milk of the clown? You may not purchase clown milk. It is not for sale. It is not for retail. If you want to acquire it for testing purposes, you can submit a proper set of forms, but it is not for sale. It is not for ingestion. We already have too many Foundation researchers trying to off themselves by fraternizing with SCP-049. Yes, that is what the title of the stream is about. If you go to the Site 42 Twitter, you will see a viral post that is only going viral because I cannot stop people from trying to fraternize with the anomalies. Much to my chagrin, literally, 049's touch is lethal. You will die. And still, yet, these people thirst. And they say the millennial condition catchphrase. This is, so what if I want to die? So frustrating. Jesse, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a glass of milk on the way past the commissary. But not clown milk. Regular milk. Regular. I think the white stuff was ahem clown milk man. No, see, that's what I'm telling you. It can't be clown milk because clown milk is black. It is a physical property of the liquid. You can look it up. You can look it up. I'm not making this up off the top of my head. It's on the SCIPnet database. We are not memeing here. I am just spitting facts about the SCP universe. Oh, wait. I just realized what I think you meant. Disgusting. We do not fraternize with the anomalies, and that means we do not milk clowns in that manner. Thank you. Death Player, thank you for donating again. I have a clown farm in another dimension. Well, I assume if you have a clown farm, then you must be familiar with some professional clown breeders, because it seems like they are a very important part of the clown farming ecosystem. Reminder, I'm not making this up. Person of interest 4569. Not nice, is a is a professional clown breeder, as brought up in SCP-2912. And so that is exactly what it sounds like their job is. Hold on. Ooh. Interesting. All right, let's leave that as unread, and I'll reach out to that later. Very, very interesting. Hashtag annoyed and asexual. Damn right, random fandom. Also, Dr. Sherman, you are such a vibe every minute of every stream. Whatever vibe that is, I guess I'm glad you appreciate it. I am just doing my job here. Agent Charlotte, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a root beer on your way past the commissary. Being touched by the doctor is bad. The amount of times the doctor has given me a high five is wild then. Anyways, hello, Dr. Sherman. In some universes, SCP-049 wears a pair of gloves over the pair of gloves that is literally its skin that kills you. And in those universes, when 049 cooperates and doesn't utilize its death touch on purpose, some people can receive high fives, but that is only in certain universes. See, right here, I'm getting a notification of someone replying to that tweet of me saying, 049 will kill you if you fraternize with it. And they say, maybe I'm suicidal. No! No! Please do not thirst after the anomalies. We do not fraternize with the anomalies, I swear, to 5320. May ever its infinitude reign. Chest to Factory, thank you for donating again. There's a layer of tile over some black linoleum. Black linoleum? What's that about? Curiouser and curiouser. Intern Weird Core, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a crepe on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, I made the tree scream. It's research time. Seems that human death scares it verbally. Signed, Agent Astron. So we have to kill a person to get the tree to scream? We're not letting the tree stream. Do not take my out-of-context phrasing there. I'm not putting a tree on a live stream. Unless I believe that it is camera shy and afraid of an audience. Because if that would make it scream, then it's not a bad idea. But either way, that would be... Oh, we can't do it publicly. I would have to arrange a tree stream to see if it screams to be broadcast only to Foundation personnel. I don't know. Would you guys volunteer to be the experimental body of a tree stream to make it scream? And we just put the tree on stream and we see if it screams? Honestly, it's not the hardest idea to pull off. Meanwhile, we have not killed a human in front of the tree to make it scream. So, I mean, we could requisition a D-class. That's inexpensive. I shouldn't even need to run that by the overseer. Well, waste of resources. All right, I got to think about it. I'll put those both on the docket. And thank you, volunteers, to watch the tree stream to make it scream. Maybe we'll do that as a event in the future. Silent Follower, thank you for donating again. And you said chalky milk. As long as it's not chalky clown milk. Zodiac Wolf, thank you for joining the mobile task force here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Intern Husam, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a Twix on your way past the commissary. Hey, Doctor, how would the SCP Foundation work in My Hero? I'm assuming you mean Boku no Hero Academia. So in that universe, the problem is that everyone one day got quirks. And so what we would have to do first is we would have to enact the Ennui Protocol, which you might find in SCP-8900-EX. And in that one, we were unable to contain a world-altering anomaly, but we doused the world with an aerosol amnestic that was extremely subtle, so that everyone kind of blinked and then believed that the world was the same as it was before. So we would have to do that with quirks. It seems that they didn't do that in the My Hero universe because they remember the time before quirks. But that's about the only thing we could do when quirks proliferated that quickly. King is F, thank you for donating again. I once tried to arm wrestle SCP-049. Bad idea. I mean, because you would die if it touched you, yes, but SCP-049 is a giant nerd. I mean, it's not freakishly strong or anything. If anything, it's just a gangly nerd doctor. I mean, it's definitely not going to stand up to a task force agent, that's for sure. Zazivok, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a Blintz on your way past the commissary. He's right. Plague Doctor is overrated. Oh, no, that's not the right one. It is the right one. He's right. Plague Doctor is overrated. Now, 096, on the other hand, at the very least, 096 is more reasonable to try and fraternize with, only because it only kills you if you see its face. So you could, in essence, not look at its face, and I don't know why you would want to, but you might be able to get away with it. Whereas 049's touch is literally lethal. So, still not a good idea, and we're still not allowed to fraternize with the anomalies. Andy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a moon pie on your way past the commissary. You should collab with the tree. Chat can scare it. All right, I'm hearing a lot of support for tree stream. So maybe we will have to go out into its containment area, and we will have to attempt to stream the tree to make it scream. It's, you know, it's not a very resource-intensive task. It's something we could pull off. So maybe that's how we do it. Maybe that's how we do it. The user Mac, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Why don't you grab some ramen on your way past the commissary? Black back vinyl, usually asbestos backing. Oh, well, that's not good for non-anomalous reasons. I hope they're okay over there. SCP-049, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. King is F, welcome to Mobile Task Force Captainship here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Death Player, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, can you come in my box after this operation? I could give you a tour of my clown farm. I need advice on how to increase its population. Well, listen. You have to get proper approval to take a Foundation researcher, or site director especially, into an extra-dimensional space. So we have to requisition some forms first before we do anything like that. But also, I would not have the proper knowledge in clown breeding. You would want to find a clown breeder for that. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being a member. I would donate, but I don't have enough money. Hey, that's all right. If you are in the chat right now, you are supporting Site-42 regardless. I appreciate you guys, even if you cannot afford to donate, because when you like, when you share, when you subscribe, when you do all that YouTube business, it helps us grow the channel. It helps us bring people into the algorithm, into our side of the woods, and it helps us boost the SCP community even greater. We're here to support the SCP authors, artists, filmmakers, game devs, merch shops. Our goal is to make this community so big that creators have enough resources and audience to make SCP films and games, because that's what they need to succeed, and we're here to help it out. Site-42 is taking this community to the moon. We're just one of many engines for the SCP community, but we're doing our part, and I can't do that without you guys. So even if you can't directly donate, I appreciate your support in those ways. Just like a D&D party, we need multiple character types. We need our bard. We need our paladin. We need our fighter. We need our monk. We need our healer. All that kind of stuff. So you are appreciated regardless. Rylan, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to grab yourself a croissant on your way past the commissary. I passed the Foundation's NREMT exam. Oh, congratulations on your success. Our exams are not particularly easy, so that is a very important role to be doing, especially in the Foundation where there's a site breach every other day. You definitely want medical personnel well-trained. So thank you for your service. These people need help, I swear to God. I just got here and all I heard was somebody in love with SCP-096. You and me both, not a channel. You and me both. Ugh. Husam, thank you for donating again. Would 343 know what 055 actually is?